fear.
Yeah.
Because I think also if people want to like move away like for a month or for a time, they'll start thinking of all the reasons why they can't do it.
Yeah.
To become an idea, then you start talking yourself
Yeah.
out of the idea.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, my name is Angie Murenga. You're watching Just Angie. It's Mwangi Monday, and we're going to continue the conversation with Njeri. We thought we ended it, but when we went off camera, we continued to. We said, "Hey, let's just invite you to the conversation." Take it over, Njeri.
No, I was just talking about how my 1 month in South Coast Indiana was, and how it was so amazing for me because I had my setup for my office was right at the pool. So there was a pool bar, so I'd just put my camera there and just have the pool. And because for me, being out in nature is such a thing that completely builds my soul, I used to be so productive. And I was saying some of the work that I've done in that 1 month is some of the best work that I've done in the whole year or even possibly my life. And even I got so many new ideas about things that I want to do, things I want to do with my family. So it was amazing.
Wow.
It was amazing. The only downside, if I can say that happened is one time I was having this very important video call with one of my colleagues who's based in the UK. And then because it was around lunchtime and I was hungry, I had a slice of pizza. And then this monkey came.
I knew it had to be a monkey.
and grabbed it, and I was so scared, so I was screaming, and the guy on the phone, on the camera was like, "Oh my God, what's happening? Yvonne, are you okay?" So very exciting, and I'm sure he was like, people of Africa,
they are baboons monkeys interfering in our meeting.
Yes, they live with monkeys. So that was like very exciting. But I think that was very exciting. Yeah. But I enjoyed it. And maybe one other thing I could say is I think it's important to know yourself. Because it's a journey. So even for me, I feel like it's been such a journey for me. But where I'm at now, I know myself well enough to know the things that edify my soul and the things that take things away. So for me, again, just being in open spaces and nature builds me, and I'm at my best. So I'm able to give the world my best. I'm able to give my children the best. I'm able to give my workplace the best. And so I think it's always important to go back and just reflect and think about what makes you you, what brings out the best in you. And then do that.
And then do that.
Then
That's what I was going to say. And then do that.
Yeah.
Don't just think about it, action it, and then don't start having fear.
Yeah.
Because I think also if people want to like move away like for a month or for a time, they'll start thinking of all the reasons why they can't do it.
Yeah.
To become an idea, then you start talking yourself out of the idea.
And even for me, actually, before I did, like that 1 month, 1 week or a few days too, and I'd already paid and everything, told everyone, organized for my brother to come watch my house when I was away. I started panicking. I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to do this? What are we doing? Are we absolutely nuts to do this? But I'm very lucky that I have a very good friend, Wendy, who was just like, no, you're doing the right thing. You wanted to do this. So it's also good to have voices in your life who know you again and know what you're about, and they're always speaking positive things into you and affirming you and affirming your decisions. And of course, once I went, I was like, yeah, this is the best thing ever. Yeah. And I do pray that I get another opportunity to go do this. In Italy.
Yes,
that's my next.
Italy is the next stop.
Italy, the States. I just want to explore the world, and I think this is such a good way of doing it. Now that I've seen that you can.
And there's Airbnb as well.
Exactly.
So it's made things easier, more affordable.
So this was an
exactly
Airbnb.
What you want to do.
Yeah. So this was actually an Airbnb type. So we had to buy our own, Milo coffee and skuma wiki, but it was worth it.
It was good.
Yeah.
I think it was worth it. I don't think your children will ever forget that experience.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, they'll never. And then you've taught them to dare.
Yeah.
To dare, to step out and to try things that are not just always staying in the lane of normal and okay. I think that's really amazing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And in terms of new ideas, because the other day we did an ideation with you, and it was about, you said it was design thinking.
Yes.
Is that what you called it?
It was based on design thinking methodology, which is just a process that helps people come up with ideas. So it's a creative process. Yeah.
But it's amazing that I have so much, we did 2 hours, yeah?
Yeah.
And I need like 14 days. I can't even do 1 day, Jenny. I need like 14 days to hash out all my ideas, because what I loved about it is that you create as many ideas as you can, and then you narrow them down.
Yes. Correct. And I think the beauty of the process is you can make it as long or as short as you want. So for this particular forum, because we didn't have a lot of time, we condensed it. But there are times if you have a group and you have a social problem or a business problem that you feel you need to give attention to, you can actually do it over 2.5 days. You can do it over a period of a week or so. So it's really up to you. But I was very happy to hear that many ideas came out and that you have a lot of work to do now. I mean, that's
a lot of work to do, and so do
that's
a lot
a result.
of people. Yes, they have a lot of work to do, but it gave us food for thought.
Yes, and I think that's also the beauty of the process. So I mean, it was developed a few years ago in the States.
Okay.
And lots of companies, especially startups or people in the technology space, use it a lot. And they do design sprints all the time. But just the whole ideation session, I find personally is such a good process, even for personal problems, in my view. You have this thing that's been disturbing you, or you're like, I want to do this, I want to start this project, I want to get involved in this initiative, I'm not very sure how. So just gather a group of you and go through the process, and you'll be amazed at the results at the end.
So if I went into like Google or something, or searching it, and I said design thinking, is that what I would do? Just search design thinking or ideation?
Yeah, whichever. It will actually come up. It's all in the same, a lot of the same phrases are used. But if you search for like design thinking methodology, the steps are usually there. There's very many people who talk about it.
And then it's just the execution, I guess. For us, it's the African context. I guess this is how we did it, because we did it as an ecclesia. So we're a community, a faith-based community. So I guess it depends on the settings and how you want to express it, because that's what I find with all these products or programs or tools. It's really on who's expressing it and who the audience is and who's the community that brings out a different expression of it.
I totally agree. And I think also it also helps to have a coach or a guide who understands the community. But the second thing I'd say is it's important who's around you. Because if you ideate with people who are not like-minded or aligned with you and your goals and what you're trying to achieve, then sometimes it looks like the ideas aren't necessarily flowing. But in the same breath, diversity brings a lot of good things. So when you have people who also think a little bit differently from you, it's good. So they can challenge you, push you. When you say, and I want to do this, they're like, okay, but you know, if you add this and you add the other. So it's kind of like cooking a meal. You can have different ingredients, and you can use the same ingredients and come up with a totally different meal, and I can do something else. But if we do it together, maybe even there's a possibility or a fourth, a fifth or a sixth meal out of the same ingredients, where we would have had only 2 meals.
Reminds me of MasterChef. That's what they do.
Yes.
They run for the ingredients, but everybody, you have the same ingredients, but they can produce 15 different meals, and that's really amazing.
Exactly.
That's very impactful, Njeri.
Yeah.
It is. Maybe when we come back, did you want to say something?
Yes, I just wanted to add that I also strongly believe that in us, we all are creative people. I know I meet so many people who will say, I don't have a creative bone in me, and but I feel like because we're all coming from God, who's the ultimate creator, we have something to create. We have great ideas, we have great initiatives that are just waiting to be birthed. So if we allow ourselves to go through the process, then we will come out with something. So everybody has the potential to be creative.
And that's amazing, because for me, my art teacher used to see me and we all cry. Everybody cries, the art teacher cries, I cry, everybody cries. I will art to draw something. Never. But I do find my creativity, because I'm a marketer as well. So I find my creativity comes out maybe in putting a campaign together, in seeing a billboard, in executing that concept. So I may not be able to draw it, but I'll be able to look at it and say, this is right, this is not right, work with these colors, position this here. So I do believe, if you told me that before today, I don't have any creativity. But I do believe that we do, that we all have a form of creative expression, and it can be expressed in different ways.
And that's amazing, because actually you're right. You're right on point in terms of I think maybe we think of creativities and ideas as being within a certain box, which it doesn't have to be. You don't have to be an artist or a fashion designer to be deemed to be creative. You can be creative in the kitchen. You can be creative in doing sound production. You can be whatever it is. So you're right, coming up with campaigns.
Even people who put outfits together, that's your creativity.
Exactly.
That you know what is going to go together and how it won't be an eyesore. I mean, I see these days even things that we used to we never used to mix. Is it stripes and checks?
Yeah.
Now I can see fashion has gone into mixing those
Yes.
two, you know?
Yeah.
Things that we would never have mixed, but somebody has a way that they put it together and it's beautiful and it's creative.
Yeah.
I mean, even chefs in kitchens. I mean,
Yeah.
making food is it's a serious art.
correct.
And then presentation. If you go to those restaurants where the
Yeah.
presentation is everything,
Yeah.
where the food is a dot, but it's the art around the
All
food.
around
We are
it.
celebrating the art, not the food. You know,
It's true.
some things are lost on some Kenyans. You can't take them anywhere.
Yeah.
They'll be complaining.
Yeah.
Whereas they will pity, I don't know where to eat
I
again.
know.
But it's the experience, because the
true.
art, the chef just wants to bring out that art.
Yeah.
And to bring out the product, the way the food looks and the textures.
Yeah.
It's not really about the amount that you're
Yeah.
eating. So you just learn to enjoy those moments.
I have a friend who is in the health and safety realm, which I personally find very boring. But you should see her. She's creative in that space. She's able to train people, train organizations, and I'm like, how do you do that? So you see, that for her is her
It's her
space.
creative expression.
So yeah, sometimes we also, we need to just stop limiting ourselves, and also maybe just pray, just ask God, hey, you know, please show me what my creative bone, where my creative bone is.
That's true.
And if it is dead, bring it to life.
Bring it to life.
Bring it to life.
I'm thinking of so many things when you're talking, but we need to end and start. But I'm thinking when people write books or write strategy papers or write concept papers, that's their creative expression, because you find like a whole organization started, it came to life, but it started with a concept paper.
Yes.
So they were just able to, that's their creativity,
Yeah.
that's their expression. Then somebody else is able to bring it to life in a different way,
Exactly.
when you put people into it.
Exactly.
That's powerful, Jerry.
Yeah.
You see, I like talking to you.
Yeah.
This is amazing. I hope you're enjoying our conversations with Jerry. I
Yeah.
really am, and we're going to come back next week and just talk about new thinking. And then, then we'll hope you'll see her on the 20th of February
Yes.
for the Unstuck Masterclass. God bless you. Bye-bye.
God bless. Bye.
Bye.